Hello, Mechlsd here, and welcome to my Let's Play Blood and Bones episode 26. Today, I've been testing light sources to try recover the Shadow of Death to make it safe. And by accident I've come across a light source and a way to do it that's not griefable. But I'm converting, or I'm making safe, the Shadow of Death by using the large obsidian bricks like these. Okay, and I'm getting these from the Rogue Dungeon. In episode 23 we raided a Rogue Dungeon. And this is it, this Rogue Dungeon. I'll just go through it. And as you can see, this was the Rogue Dungeon. And I've just been mining the hell out of that obsidian brick. What I'm trying to do is gather as much as possible and transferring it to the Shadow of Death, because it's blast proof. The mobs, when they explode and blast and that, this remains. So it's ideal for building with, and it's not on grief list, so it's really good. And this is the way I've been mining it. I roughly secure an area. I think this is an area I've just lit up last game. Yep. So I've secured this, and then what I'll do, I'll strip the sides out, I'll strip the ceiling out, and then I'll strip the floor out. You need quite a substantial pick, as you can see, a steel pick to do it. So the obsidian steps and pillars take a few hits. It's not too bad. And the brick is really easy to get. As you can see. So I'm going to be mining some of this, and then I'll return back to base and I'll show you my new discovery and what I'm doing to the Shadow of Death. Okay guys, I'm back up at my base, and I'll show you about this light. I'm so excited to tell you about it. This light is not on the grief list, so you can use it and it won't be griefed. And I found some glass, well, I say it's glass but it's not glass, that is also not on the griefing list. And I've been in a test world and tested various glasses and various lights, and these are absolutely perfect and safe to use at this moment in time in version 1.1.5. How I discovered it? While I was trying to secure the Shadow of Death, the mobs would spawn randomly, even though you got it lit up by torches. As you know, there's certain Lycanite mobs that even though you've got your light level correct, they just spawn randomly. I've had a few spawn in my base, and I think other people might have experienced it. So I was getting that in Shadow of Death, and what were happening is they were taking torches out, and also explosions at the other side of the wall that I'd secured. The blast wave were taking the torches out and then making red areas in my Shadow of Death where I'd secured. so mobs were spawning and then also taking my torches out. So I needed a way to come up with something that won't happen. So you get 4 glowstone. Okay. Now you cannot get glowstone in this form. What you need to do is get glowstone from the nether. Thought I got some. There you go. And with this glowstone, what you do, pulverize it. Okay, and it makes glowstone dust. With this glowstone dust, just shove it in your magma crucible. Okay, and it makes it into a liquid. So magma crucible, I've got some power going to it from a survivalist generator, and I've got a pipe coming out, a fluid duct going into a portable tank. I've set that so it's outputting and put a redstone current to it. Now if you look in this tank, you can see there's 1070. 1000 fills a full bucket. Now watch the bucket as we fill it. It goes upside down. Okay, this liquid acts like a gas, and the gas, as I once told you, is lighter than air. So it rises. Now the glass is soul glass. The recipe for it is just soul stone, soul stand from the nether, and just smelt it, and it gives you this soul glass. Now watch this glass. Let's place it down. Okay, as you can see, looks like normal glass. It is not griefable, and it's not on the grief list. Now watch this. You can walk through it, it gives you slowness, but you can't step on it. It doesn't act like a solid block. You can break it and you recover it back. So it's glass, but it's not glass. And this is what I'm using. This combined with this in Shadow of Death is lighting it up. It's just coming daytime, but I'll show you my Shadow of Death. Bang. There you go. Now that is the optimal pattern that I think in my test world that's shown that you get most efficiency out of one source block. And as you can see on odd one, I've got obsidian turrets, which is great because if out jumps over the wall, you get odd spider jumping over the wall from time to time. Obsidians will turrets will take them out. Also on the top of the wall at this moment in time, I get red patches, so mobs have got a chance of spawning on there and just dropping down till I get it all secure. Right, that light also, I've run up my tower. That's just one source block. Okay, it rises, and all I've done is capture it there and stopped it escaping. If them blocks won't be there, it would have rose all the way up and just kept rising up. So I'm just going to have something to eat. What am I doing? I'll take the sound down for you. and then we'll go down and we'll have a look. You've got to be careful on ladder, because like I said, that's not a solid block, so I can go into it and drop down maybe. I've never gone into it yet. So this is my shadow of death, and as you can see, it casts quite a lot of light out. There's still odd torch round because these areas are not covered yet. Eventually I'm going to have all my walls straight with like sentry things, and along the walls, like I said, these can be blown down. Along the walls I'm going to have some sort of mechanism like this going along all walls, lighting them up, and then I don't have to have torches on top of the wall. There may be better ways of doing it. You know, I encourage people to try different ways, but as far as I'm concerned, I've discovered this and it's really exciting news. Hopefully Emaz won't add these to griefing list when he sees the video, if he does watch my channel. If he don't, then we should be okay, unless somebody uses it and he watches their channel. Right, so I'll show you how I set one up. If I've got space, should be able to get one there. So I usually leave a gap as free in between, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then first and then start there. So that'll be one going down there, and that'll be one going there. So I do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I do 1 obsidian. That's because I want something solid. If I thought I'd put that there, and then, like I said, if any mobs do get in, we can put a turret on top. Eventually, I don't know whether I'll have a turret on every one, but at this moment in time, options there: 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what I do is take them on, more glass. Hopefully I'll have enough glass to finish all this. So as you can see, it's like a straight line, diagonal line. Will I have enough glass? Yeah. Now it's ready for putting the light there. The light is going to try to escape upwards. Whenever you drop it, it will escape upwards. So this is going to stop it going above. At that point there, this is its maximum spread area. It won't spread any further than this. I'll just show it going. Okay, so if you had a glass block there, there'd just be a glass block. It won't go to it. Now that's down, I'll take out the torches. Press. F7. Yeah, still got a bit of area there. Can that go? Yeah, that looks like that can go. And there you go. That is my discovery. It works. It's not griefable. I've had mobs underneath it in a test world. I've had 8 bite-sided mobs, and they just look at it, they don't try smack it, they're out. So feel free to adapt my discovery, try different things. If you find something that's more efficient, let me know. But I think it's fantastic that we've found something that is ungriefable and that's going to light it up. Like I say, I put a light source. That's only one. There's a source block roughly about there, and it flows up and then just goes up like that, and I've stopped it at the top. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Okay guys, going to do some work on our power. These survivalist generators have been great, but I'm wanting to do an Auto Enchanter, and that requires better power than these generators we're using. So I'm going to do the smallest Big Reactor that I can do for the time being. Big Reactors is a mod used for power. The first thing we're going to need is some graphite bars. A lot of the casing and stuff is made by graphite and steel, so you're going to want a lot of graphite bars and a lot of steel. The way to make graphite bars is just smelt coal. Easy. The first thing we're going to want to make is casings. Reactor casings. Now when you make I'm going to make a 3x3x3 structure. When you make a reactor, all your frames got to be done with reactor casing. So let's see, we're going to need 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them. So I'll be back when I've got 16 of those. In fact, what I'll do, I'll show you how to make the first one. So we need some what were it called? Yellow uranium ingot. Yellow uranium ingot, yeah. Now that's that yellow stuff that you mine in the normal overworld. Take a chunk down. Now you smash it down, usage, smelt it, redstone, pulverize you get 2, induction smelt you get 2, widow byproduct. So I think I'll smash it. Yeah, I'll smash it, then I've got some dust. So I'll pop that in there and away it goes. It's going to come out in there. And then we'll smelt it up. There going. We're going to want some steel. Some steel ingots there. But get some iron. Graphite bar there. Can go in there. pulverized coal. So what we can do with this is stick iron in there, stick some pulverized coal in there, and them two will make steel. There you go, steel ingot. That's one way of getting steel. Another way is pig iron. Wherever it's gone. Pig iron, there. Usage. You can pulverize it, it'll go to pour steel. Yeah, pulverize it. So that's another way of getting steel. But I've got stacks of iron. I've got loads and loads of iron. So I do a lot of mining off camera. So just top his ingots up. Alright, dust. Set them up. Going into ingot form. Some more graphite. I only want one to be going with. There's some glass there. Just store that glass away. Into modpack there's a like a utility belt that you, oh, it's a baconator, and if you cook bacon and put it in this belt, it automatically feeds you. Could do something like that in Blood and Bones, but just picks food that's in your bar and you put it in. Anyway, let's get back to this. So reactor casing. So graphite at compass and steel at other. And these your first 4 casings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make all the casings. Now you know how to do them. I'll be back with you. Okay, I've got my casings. This is where I'm going to build my first reactor. I'm going to build one down there as well for powering all the lower ground, but this is going to be just used for powering me enchanted stuff. I've got an Auto Enchanter, but the survivalist generator is not adequate enough to keep this supplied with power. So we need a better power supply. That's why I'm building this one. So the casing, the shell of the reactor has to be done with casing. So depending what size you're building, your shell, it's always got to be done with casing. That's rule 1. Rule 2 is you've got to have your rods inside. It's preferably better to have a bit miggle if you've got a bigger area than this, and you've got to have the wheel rod control, I believe they're called. Yeah, they're fuel rods, and then there's got to be a controller on top of it. Well, we'll get to it when we find it. I'm going to have to do it. Reactor rod controller there. Okay, so they've got to be going all the way through your say it's 5, so you'll have 4 of them with rod controller rod on top. Anyway, you'll see as it goes. But the first thing we need to make is a reactor controller, because if you click it, it'll tell you not enough control rods, so it needs rods, and it'll tell you what's missing. So let's have a look at recipe for this. Casings. So you see you need plenty of these casings. Diamond. And there you go, there's the reactor controller. Now what side do we want it on? I think I'm gonna power come out at back here. So we'll set this as front. So we'll have it there. Right, so we want two fuel rods and then a rod controller at top. So we want two of these. So we want 8 graphite, 8 steel, 2 yellow. Got some steel. Where did I have steel going? Here. Okay. And so if I will it auto thing, yeah it will. 1, 2. Let's take them out, we don't want any more. And we want a reactor rod, a control rod. 4 of them. Oh, have we got a redstone? One other. Let's try again. Nice. And we want 2 access ports. So we're going to need some more of these casings. So I want 4, so we're going to want 8 of them. What are we missing? We're missing them. 4. Steel. Okay, I'll be back with you when I've got enough items together. Okay, I've got a bit more steel now. Right, so where were we? We're going to do 2 of these access points. And we want some of them, don't we? Click on them, hold shift, click that. I think we've got enough there for these 2. Right, we're going to need 2 chests and 2 pistons. Two chests, pistons, I think, is it cobble and wood? And redstone? Or is it? Let's see, red alloy. Let's have a look. If it's red alloy, I ain't got any red alloy. I'm gonna have to make some of that. Okay, be back with you in a sec. Okay, I've got red alloy. So 1, 2. And finally we need something that kicks power out. Some more glass in there. Power tap. So onto another 4 casings. Or redstone, we might be able to do this. Yep. And that's it. We should have everything to complete the reactor. Okay guys, back with you. Sorry about that code, but real life code. So let's put it all together. Right, so I need to get inside. Get them out. Now, at the bottom of here, we need another casing. Put that here. Then it's one of these fuel rods. We didn't need two, we just need one. Right. Derpiness. That's great. We need the control rod needs to be touching the rod. Always, that's a golden rule. You've got to have that at end. Pop a casing back. You know that can go there. Power tap at rear. So that's where we're going to purchase power out. Input output ports. One there. One there. Alright. You can change these by setting the colour. So green's inlet, blue's outlet. So what you do, right click on it, select, and as you see it's gone to an outlet, and that's an inlet. Now this has gone red, so saying it's okay. If we right click it, offline status is noting it yet, but as you can see it's all up and working. Right, so we'll go get some let's have a look. So I've put one inside. As you can see, it's starting to generate fuel. Okay, you put more than one inside, so click to fuel in. Now it's in offline status at this moment. There's a lot of instructions on, so it's quite self-explanatory. To put it online, okay, now you've got to watch your heat. Now this is a simple basic one, so you won't have any heating problems with this one. As you get into more complex ones, then you might have to start heat management and stuff like that. This is your power, okay, that we're generating. Now piping, I could just, let's have a look. Have I got any more of this? So we could leave that one ticking away. What we could do is pipe coming out of there and a cell there. Yeah, I'll go let's start with a basic leadstone energy cell. So that's what we need to make. I'll go back that and then I'll come back. Okay, back with you. I've made 2 and then 2 lots of energy conduit. So let's take that one out. I'm going to put that there. Okay, now if you click it, right click into it, you can configure it. So this is front on it. We'll have a look at it. Blue is for input. Okay, so we've got that one blue, and as you see it's connected, and it should be input. Turn it to maximum, which is 80 because it's the lowest one at the moment, and it should be pulling energy from this survivors generator. As you can see it's going down, and that's going up. Okay, so we'll do the same again. This will be the top, which is that. Should see connect, and as you can see it's drastically going up now. All we need to do is connect this side to there, which is that one, and then you have it orange for outputting to there. What I suggest you do with this is excuse me, is it can create a lot of power, but once it's up to the top, just turn it offline. Okay, that's your spent fuel. Once that goes to the top, then you'll get some waste. Okay, which you can reuse. I'll show you that when time comes, but don't worry about that for time being. Okay, as that, keep checking as that drains down, you can turn it back on. Now let's go get me armour. Okay, so I've got an helmet there with pawns tool and protection for unbreaking free. That's actually gone in this Auto Enchanter 3 times now. Let's see if it'll take another one. Yep, it is. Energy, it's going to put something else on it. This work should go up. Okay, it will take some time. Mob essence is there, connected there, so it needs your mob essence, it needs your power. That's nice and powered up now. So we're going to turn the power on so it goes through to this. Okay, because it's no power at the moment, so we're going to turn it on. Now the way to turn it on is we've set that to orange. Now maximum output 80. Now this should be going up. It is, but it's being used as soon as it goes up. When that, there'll be a green bar going up there. It's not big enough to see at the moment, but it's counting up. When that hits 40,990, then another enchant will be put on that. It does take some time, but you can leave it in there cooking away, and you'll end up bagging loads of enchants on that. Pity it can't show you a green bar, but it's got a fair bit to do. So there you go. We have got our next upgrade in power. I'm going to put another reactor down there eventually, and that'll be feeding this area and that. I don't need any power for anything else at this moment in time. Eventually I'll have a lot of stuff powered, but at this moment everything's cool. That looks okay. So I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think this here is a revelation Nobody's fought on it. Nobody's discovered it. And I hope it's game changing for you. I know it's going to help me a lot. So again, if you found anything interesting or you've gathered any information, i.e. that, and smash that like button for me and show me a bit of love. It does make me feel better when I see a fair few people hitting like button. If you want to subscribe, feel free, and then you won't miss any more episodes of me trying to teach you how to play this mod pack in a sensible, safe way to progress. Because I see a lot of people start playing Blood and Bones and I see them quit. I've seen loads and loads of people quit. In fact, there's people on this server that hardly ever play now. So, and some's quit. Anyway, hope you have a good day. It's weekend for me, so I'm going to be eating a few bevies tonight and a takeaway. So, something to look forward to. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next episode. Bye.